Yo, so this is episode 16 or something like that of the Extra Chromosome podcast. So, dudes, I've been fucking streaming. If you're listening to podcasts, not checking out the streams, unless you're my parents, don't check out the streams. Jeez. Then you gotta check out the streams, guys. Streams are fun as fuck. Just me playing video games, normally with the boys, or me playing video games alone. Like, I have a fucking blast, and we're all enjoying it, you know? So, pull up, say what's up, drop a follow. I'll kill a beer for every new follower. So, I've killed a lot of beers, man. Ton of beers, bro. I'm at 38 followers, and I've gone up and down. I remember one time I went from 29 to 31, got on the next day, and it was back at 29, and then I went back to 31 on that stream. Next stream, I killed like 8 tequila shots for every new follower. No, I killed like 7 tequila shots because he had new followers. So, yeah, dude, we've been crushing it. We've been building up, you know. It's been cool. Also, check out some of the gaming stuff on YouTube. I like it. I fucking enjoy it. I make the content, so go ahead, give it a follow, give it a like, subscribe. You know, whatever. Shameless plugs, boys. But what did I want to fucking talk about? Oh, yeah, Kanye West, bro. His new fucking song. Like, bro, what the fuck is going on in that guy's head? Like, it's kind of, I think, like, you'd probably kill yourself if you were in his head, but, like, oh, dude, I'd love to know what it's like. Like, what do you think goes on? Like, I think it's all a troll. Like, I think the guy's smart as fuck. I mean, maybe not smart as fuck, but I think he's so smart. He's smart enough to know what's going to make him go viral and how his money's going to go up. So, I think it's all a goof. Like, people need to realize, like, obviously this guy doesn't fucking believe in that, you know? Like, I just don't get it. Like, I was having this argument with my friends, and I'm like, guys, it's a fucking troll. And they all have to be like, they all take this stupid mainstream position, which is like, yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. Like, everyone knows it's fucked up. Like, none of it's actually cool. Like, I don't understand why even have that position. Like, okay, yeah, it's fucked up. Obviously, dude, you shouldn't be fucking going against the Jews like that. Well, bro, dude, if y'all are on the fucking TikTok, the Instagram, TikTok, it's not as bad, but Instagram will take you down an anti-Jewish rabbit hole but like that, bro, so fucking fast. Like, it's crazy. I don't know what it is about Instagram that just is anti-Jew or whatever, but yeah, dude, it's not very good. Like, I don't get it, you know? Yeah, guess it is what it is, man. But, bro, like, I just think it's crazy. Like, all the anti-Jewish stuff, like, I don't understand why people don't understand, oh, why is there a rise of anti-Semitism? But it's a Trump thing. It's like, no, maybe because Israel's bombed the fuck out of Palestine a lot. And people are starting to go, whoa. You can't just keep bombing the fuck out of people, dude. Like, I think that's what the real issue is. And until people from Israel, these, you know, like, until they realize, like, okay, we shouldn't fucking treat people like that, like, then people are going to be angry and they're going to be anti-you because you're a country of one people. You're an ethnocentric state. The thing that everybody hates, that everybody talks about in America, we can't have ethnocentric. Israel is an ethnocentric state. Like, that's what's crazy about it, is like, nobody really gives a fuck. It's like, yeah, it's just a bunch of fucking rich white fucks in the middle of Muslim country where everyone hates you. Why do they hate you? Oh, they just hate us because their religion. No! They hate you because you treat Palestine like bullshit, dude. Like, if you treat people that are Muslim like nothing, like they're less than you, that's how I should say it, like they're less than you, and then you live around all these people that are Muslim, and they go, wait, what? And you go, oh, you just hate us because your religion. They're like, no, we hate you because you literally bombed the fuck out of our Muslim brothers. because it's been since your country was created, you haven't given the Palestinian people have been living without a government. They've been living in a stateless existence where, let's say you got evicted by your Jewish fucking tenant, landlord, and it was a wrongful eviction. There's nothing you can do. You're Palestinian. You have to go in front of an Israeli court. An Israeli court, what are they going to do? Side with your ass? No fucking way. They're going to side with the landlord, or they're going to side. It could be an opposite situation. An Israelite could sue a Palestinian for not, for some bullshit, you know, and they would, inevitably, it's always going to rule in the Israeli favor. It's like, what are we doing, dude? Like, I want them to be honest about the situation. The problem I have is, if you're honest, I'm still going to think you're a piece of shit and hate you for killing thousands and thousands of Palestinians for no fucking reason. Because you want their fucking land, you greedy fucking pricks. Like, you get, like, fucking, like, and it's not an argument. I don't think it's an argument at this point. I think it's, look, you've treated them unfairly. At this point, you need to make peace, so you need to figure it out. Or you have lost opinion. And then you have these corporations that are given tens of millions of dollars, like the Anti-Defamation League. You have all this stuff to, like, make sure people don't hate Jews. It's like, why do you need to make, like, if I had an organization, okay, that said, hey, this organization is all about making sure nobody says bad things about me. You would think, okay, what are you doing that's prompting people to say bad things about you? Okay, so number one, you treat Palestinians like shit. You call people goyim, fucking cattle, dude. That's so fucked up, dude. If I went around calling everyone cattle, everyone would fucking hate me, dude. I don't get it. It literally means without God. Like, you're condemning everyone else to die in hell. Okay, and you could say the argument on the other side is, okay, Christianity and Muslims, they do the same thing. Yeah, but they don't have a fucking term for it that they call everyone. They don't have a fucking term for it, dude. That's fucked, bro. Like, that's fucked, bruh. Like, I'm not against all Jews. I think Jewish people are good. I don't think they run the world. I don't think there is this. But I think Israel has leveraged their position with the U.S. to gain favorable terms and stuff. And I don't like that. I want it to be even. You know, I want it to be, why are we giving so much money to fucking Israel? Why can't we cut in aid and go, all right, we gave you the dome, you're good, figure it out. You have the most powerful military in the Middle East. Like, you're under no threat from any Middle Eastern country. Would be such a bad decision for any Muslim country to invade Israel. Such a bad decision. Like, yes, economic sanctions should be placed on Israel. Yes, all this stuff should be placed on Israel. What did we do to Russia when they invaded Ukraine? What did we do to Russia when they invaded Ukraine? Economic sanctions. What did we do to Israel when they fucking fought, when they killed 56,000 Palestinians? Nothing. We went, son, you don't, the people aren't liking it now. The people aren't liking, you lost public opinion. Because, dude, like, look, people are done, dude. Everyone's done with war, man. Everyone wants the economy to be good. Everyone wants all this stuff to be good. And they just want to stop seeing people dying every fucking 2 seconds on their fucking feed, dude. Just stop killing people, dude. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I'm just done with it. This is going to be my last little rant about Israel. I've done it too much. I sound like a broken fucking whatever. Like, I'm done. It's just sad to me. It's sad to me that there's people in this world that want that want to see a number go up in the street, and they want more land, they want this arbitrary bullshit that they don't need, just because, dude, there's no real reason they need it. Like, there's no real reason they need it. It's like, I get it. Basically, when you really look at economic growth in countries, the majority of it comes from new land. Which are new areas of the economy basically new areas being added onto the economy, and Israel's economy will grow significantly with Gaza. It's one of the best ports in the world. But at the end of the day, I'm just sick of it. But you know what, dude? The whole thing, it's just like, stop, dude. Just fucking, like, I wish God could just fucking tell him, like, hey, your religion's fucking wrong. And then, like, I just don't get it. Like, how can you claim to be a religious state? You're basically a religious state. How can you claim to be a religious man? You're these devout, you're these men of God, and you're slaughtering people by the thousands. Like, does God really want that? If God loves all his children, then why the fuck does he want, then you shouldn't be killing them. You can't kill people. It's kind of the one, thou shalt not kill. Oh, there's a special exception for war. It's like, no, I don't think so. I think the commandment is thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. If you kill, it shouldn't happen. Look, I'm not saying that there isn't situations where you have to kill, where killing someone is kind of your only way out of something. But I am saying that you shouldn't be, like, in the majority, in 99% of situations, you don't need to kill someone. In this situation, there's stuff we can do, there's compromises we can make, there's all this stuff, like, it's like fucked. Like, I think the problem is these lobbying organizations are so powerful, and then we have all these issues, these politicians can't really stand up for the American people's interest. And I get it, man. Look, I'm a fucking turncoat. I mean, honestly, if Israel offered me a shit ton of money, I would take it. And I would only make a deal to stop talking. Like, my platform isn't big enough for anything like that, whatever. But, like, I don't think there probably is an amount of money. But, like, at the end of the day, I don't think I could do it. Like, there probably is. Like, you throw $100 million in front of my face, I'm gonna fucking, yeah, I love Israel. Everything they do is good. But, like, it's just sad to me. I just can't, it makes me want to fucking curl up into a ball, bro, that, like, there's people in this world that sanction the bombing of a children's hospital so they can get one terrorist. What are we doing? Alright, but, you know, I've looked into a lot of this deportation stuff a little bit. I think I might have talked about it, like, about the removals versus what they're doing, but I'm hearing that we're doing a mineral deal with Ukraine, and I'm good. I think that's good, dude. Guys, like, people have to realize, like, we're in a stage in the U.S. where, oh, it's fucked up, we're asking this money from Ukraine. It's like, yeah, we don't help people for free. We're in a charity, we're a country. If you want your shit to be good all the time in America, you can't just dole out money to everybody on God's green earth. You know what? That's whatever. Dude, I've been on this bullshit recently. I think we're doing heavy climate manipulation, boys. I think we're back in heavy climate manipulation, dude. Utah has rained. Last week it's rained like 8 times, and these haven't been bitch boy rains. These have been crazy rains. These have been good rains. Utah is as green as it has ever fucking been, I swear to God. And you know what? It's fucking beautiful. And you know, I'm glad we do climate manipulation, bro. Like, climate manipulation is where it's at. And dude, I've looked into it, man. Global warming has been fake. It's literally fake. I guess the planet is technically getting a little warmer. It's 20% greener than it's ever been. Yeah, because of all the carbon in the soil, in the ground, we've been putting it in the air. And plants are like, whoa, dude, carbon's pretty fucking sick, man. Like, they fucking eat it, dude. They give us oxygen. So, like, it's good for you. And it's bad, all this stuff is bad. Yeah, like, I get it. I get that. I can't with the moral argument. The moral argument, I hate these moral arguments because I don't believe you. I don't believe you're actually a moral person. I think the minute, like, when somebody starts spewing, like, in a political argument, when you start talking all this bullshit about, like, morals and why this would be better because it's morally better for everyone, I just don't believe you, because I think in the opportunity to take that person out, if you have the opportunity, fuck somebody up, you know, You have the opportunity to, what am I trying to say here? The minute you have the opportunity to fucking destroy somebody that's in your way, let's say you're making the argument about climate change. This is a better example. This is a better way to get my point across. If you're giving me the moral argument, like, look, the moral argument for climate change, you kind of have to go into like animals, and then you have to go into look, I want to secure the planet for future generations and all this other bullshit. Then you have to be like, okay, what? So the problem I have is that person making the argument, I want to secure the planet, make sure it's okay for my children's children, whatever. And when you start doing these changes now, the minute you say, okay, you go, oh my, what the fuck? Why is my car being all gay? But the minute you tell me that the problem I have is the minute somebody gets in your way, you're willing to bury them. And you bury them on the grounds of that moral thing. So let's say the oil people, okay? Let's say we get rid of oil. Okay, overnight we lose thousands and thousands of jobs. Maybe millions. Probably millions of jobs. Probably millions of jobs we lose, okay? And we lose millions of jobs overnight. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. Nobody gives a shit, dude. Like, and then they're like, and they stand on their moral ground of, we're securing the planet for future generations. They ruin the lives of all these people. I'm all for small change. If we can do small things like recycling, dude, I'm a big recycling guy, bro. I followed all the rules. I washed the fucking plastic. I do all the bullshit, dude. So I'm like, okay, landfills are a huge issue. So how do we recycle stuff? Okay, Singapore, actually not good, dude. Looked into it. They're shit at recycling, dude. They burn a lot of everything, dude. Which, you have to do the math. Is burning trash better than putting it in the ocean? Alright, bro, I'm cutting you off because I don't want to get stuck behind that RV. But yeah, like, is burning trash better than throwing it in the ocean? Is burning trash better than having massive landfills full of garbage that take up too much land, and we have nowhere to put the garbage, and we don't know what's going on, and nobody really has a good solution because recycling makes 0 sense and all this stuff? Like, I'm all for it. If you can make algae plastic that breaks down way faster than regular plastic, does all this stuff better, but you have to make it the same as plastic. It's got to be the same price. It's got to be competitive with plastic. It's got to be able to, like, that's the issue I'm having, is the minute you do that, I'm all for it. But look, if I have to go out of my way, spend fucking $40 on a fucking Tupperware, it's not worth it, dude. I don't have the money to do that. I don't have the money. Like, if I had the money, I'd fucking do it, dude. I'd be ordering all my algae plastic, man. But whatever, dude. I think, fuck, where was I? Jesus Christ, I get on these tangents. I'm really for recycling, dude, and I think we really need to come up with some better ways. We need to come up with these machines. We need to invent some stuff that could really help the environment with this plastic and all that stuff. I think we really need to do it. But people just aren't doing it. You know, it's tough. I think it's a tough thing for people. Because I mean, I'm not smart. I mean, I think I'm okay. I'm an average probably. I do a lot of drugs. It probably fucks me up. I think I'm trying to go sober. The only thing, basically what I've decided to do is I have these carts. Once those are done, I'm going to do a month sober. The only time I'm going to drink is on stream. I'll drink on stream. That's what I'll do. I'll get a beer. I'll drink for new followers. Because I that's just kind of my shtick, and it's been helping me, and I've been growing pretty quick, and that's what I want to do. So whatever. But I think of it, fuck, what am I trying to say? Fuck. Oh yeah, okay. Basically, we need to come up with better resources for recycling. We need to figure out how to actually recycle stuff. Because, dude, the minute we start recycling, like, if we just recycle 10% of waste, you eliminate 10% of waste, and how many fucking jobs does that create? Like, how many jobs does that create for people that can be decently high paying, that are shitty work that not a whole lot of people want to do, but you get paid $25, $30 an hour. You get overtime. You get good benefits. They give you dental. They give you medical care. They have good options for retirement. They have all this, like if you're going to do a recycling company, you have to treat people right. And obviously your bottom line's going to hurt that way, but I think these things can be really beneficial. And I I really want to recycle and I want to do that stuff, but the systems aren't in place, bro. And I want to get, like, I just want to put those in place, because that's one thing I would get on board with. If you were protesting, not oil, not all this stuff that, the problem with protesting oil is we fucking need it, man. Our system, our grid, everything's not built up enough to switch from oil. Oil's in everything. So what do we start doing? We start with recycling. Okay, what's the number one? Okay, we want to keep oil products around, which is plastic, all this bullshit. I know there's a company in China that recycles plastic bottles and turns it into cotton thread. So we should come up with these processes for recycling plastic bottles, recycling all this stuff, like, because if you could recycle 10% of waste, you eliminate 10% of waste every year. That 10% of waste is now going into new stuff. Those products are going to be a little more expensive. Maybe we can get, if we can get that bottom line close enough to compete with products, then that'd be awesome. And maybe what you have to do with recycling is find products that can be easily recycled, like the cotton, and then start selling them to companies at where your margins are super duper thin at the beginning, and then you slowly refine the process over the years, and you can get your products to the point where you're making money. Then you become profitable. But because you're recycling, hopefully there's government tax breaks and there's all this stuff they can give you that can help your company make the processes right and get to the point where you can start recycling stuff. That's where I think we need to get. Recycling, I think, needs to be the next thing. Like, that's where we need to focus our time. Not on oil, not on all this stuff that's not going to change, not on global warming. Recycling. We need to focus on trash. Trash, I think, is going to be a huge issue. Trash is huge. It's a problem, man. Water, I mean, there's water. You get water. You get water. Don't live in a place without water. That's the solution if you don't have water. But, don't know why I thought of water. But, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like, that's what we need, bro. Just recycling, dude. That's what we need. We just need to focus on recycling. We need to change the energy from Don't Stop Oil, from Just Stop Oil, from all this stuff to recycling. Because the minute you change the recycling, people can start to get on board with that. People can start to get on board. It's small changes. You go, all right, with recycling, all right, now you have to wash the milk carton. You're gonna put water in it and dump it out, and then you can put it in the recycle. And everyone's like, oh, I can put the water in it. I'll put the water in it. No problem. People are okay with that bullshit, dude. Like, what? People have no problem, bruh. Like, okay, I'll wash the milk. It's easy. It's easy, man. Shit like that's easy to do, so people will do it. But it's just the process is in place. Nothing gets recycled. It's like less than 20% of the stuff you put in recycling actually gets recycled. Okay, so if we can get that, let's say we just want to get that number to 50%. Everything you put in the recycling, we want to get that number to 50%. Let's do that, dude. Like, come on. Super easy, but whatever, dude. It's all bullshit. I mean, come on, dude. All this stuff they tell you is bullshit. All these corporations are lying to you. The whole world's a lie. But you know what, dude? If we can just get this world 1% better every month. Let's say we want to get 1% better probably every year, because it's going to be a long time. It's going to be a long process for all this bullshit. So we just want to make the shit 1% better for people. 1% better for the environment, 1% better for people. You need to have it come hand in hand. You need to come up with solutions for climate change that are not just getting rid of people. A lot of it's just anti-human policies, and it's hard to get humans on board with anti-human policies. But if you make it 1% better for people and 1% better for the environment, people love it. People are like, oh, it's a net. That's a positive. They're net. They're like, I'll net that. I'll take that. I'll take that 1% for me, for sure. Let's do that. Let's say, I mean, I guess there's really no way to do that, but I guess you could have like some tax rebates for maybe people that recycle. Maybe you have this other stuff for recycling. Maybe you do some other stuff, help people out. Maybe, I don't know. You got to come up with it through taxes, through tax code. You have to hire cheap. You know, it's tough. It's a tough issue, and I'd have to really think about it. I've thought of a solution. I don't know if I don't think I've talked about this yet, but I was thinking of a solution to healthcare, to merge private and public healthcare to make it better. So healthcare is the number one cause of bankruptcy in the U.S. It's a problem. It's the number one cause of bankruptcy in the U.S. So how do we solve that? We need to solve that problem. Okay? How do we solve it? So what do we do? Here's my thoughts, because a lot of people on the other side, they say you have to wait for 2 hours for a broken leg. You have to do this. So what do? I think we come up with Doge. We got to redo Doge, retweak it. We got to tweak Doge to a different way. Okay? You go, Doge, So efficiency, the problem with efficiency in the government is, first of all, no government agencies shrink. Governments don't shrink, which there's pros and cons to that. I think there's a lot more cons than pros, but governments don't shrink. So what do? We take Doge. Instead of having this blanket bullshit where you hire fucking 14-year-olds that are fresh out of fucking college to do some government job and you're Elon Musk and you're kind of retarded and unlikable, you need an unlikable expert. Elon Musk is smart. He's an expert at stuff. He's good at doing stuff. He's good at running a company. He knows how to do this bullshit. But the problem, he's just unlikable. Okay, you need a likable guy that gets shit done. Okay, so you hire a CEO. Okay, and you put the job offer on Doge, and you go, you'll get 1% rebates. You'll make a certain percentage of how many cuts you do. Ah, fuck, my nail clippers just broke. I gotta fix that. But you'll make a percentage of all the cuts you do, but you're gonna make, that's your salary. So you do that so you can hire a good CEO. So the problem is, if the job doesn't pay enough, you aren't gonna get a good CEO. You aren't gonna get somebody that's gonna do the job. You aren't gonna get somebody that's gonna get stuff done. So what you do is you hire a good CEO because you offer them enough commission. They're like, they're paid on commission. They don't get paid for hours they work. They don't get paid for this bullshit. They get paid on hourly. Okay. Normally CEOs, a lot of their compensation, stock options. They get other stuff. They get executive bonuses. There's all this stuff that I'm just going real fast. I might get pulled over here. But this hill's tough, dude. This hill is tough, man. But okay. He didn't want to get me. But basically, you need stock options. You need something that makes it so they can get compensated enough for their work, and you can get a good guy. You can get a competitive guy. So you go, your salary is, you're going to get this percentage or whatever. It's probably a small number because it's going to be in the millions of how many cuts you get of the cuts. Okay, and here is how we will do the cuts. Okay, here's how we'll do the cuts. All right, instead of just cutting, certain programs just need to be cut, but you need to give them 6 months. You give these employees 6 months. You give them this. You give them that. You give them all that stuff. Okay, you got to give that people stuff. Okay, give people reason. Give people a reason to like your company. You go, we cut this government program. It's going to take 6 months for this program to get cut, and we're doing this. Okay, but then also we want to make the government more efficient. We don't just want to cut stuff, we want to make it more efficient, okay? There's a lot of government programs where people don't really work. They have these big deadlines. They don't have anyone really checking the quality. They don't have this. So the majority of your organization is quality. Your quality thing. So you're an efficiency organization and a quality checker. So let's say there's some parks department with a bunch of people, okay? This is a local level, but I guess you'd have to go federal level. So let's say there's the federal parks department, okay? And let's say they have 10,000 employees, okay? You go, all right, so you have 10,000 employees, you have these are your duties, this is all the shit you have to do at work. Okay, that makes sense. You have to do all this bullshit. All right, we're going to send a guy in there, okay? We're sending a guy in there. He's going to be with you for 6 months. He's checking what work you have to get done and all this stuff, and he gets paid, okay? That guy gets paid for the amount of efficiency he gets done, okay? But, okay, the first 6 months, he's got 6 months to make cuts. He's got to cut, let's say he's got to cut 1,000 people from that organization, okay? 1,000 people, and he's got to get rid of those salaries, and he's going to do some different stuff, some structured with performance-based stuff. So I think what you have to do is, I'm really explaining this bad, but basically you send a guy there for 6 months, okay? And he's monitoring their performance. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck. He's not firing anyone the first 6 months. Sorry, this is the better way. He's not firing anyone for the first 6 months, all right? No one's getting fired, all right? Oh, what he is doing, okay, is he just wants to see how much work gets done, how long it takes for certain tasks, and all this stuff to get done, okay? Then he's going to look at the people that didn't complete as many tasks, okay? Certain law firms do this. I don't think we need to do this for every government job or every job, to micromanage, but they need to have, they have like a thing on the computer that's like when you get a task done, you click done on the task. Like basically, you'd have a program where it's like, okay, you got the task done, click the task done. and you put it out for the majority, for all these government agencies, okay? This program that basically shows, okay, they did this much work this month. So then you have a guy there for 6 months, he's checking. He's going, okay, they got these tasks done, then he's checking if the task is done, okay? The task gets done, good, okay? And then he goes, okay, your least efficient employees are here, okay? Are these 1,000 people, okay? Okay? And then you have 6 months, you make those cuts, okay? Those cuts happen over the 6 month, so after the first period of 6 months, you have another 6 months period where they're making those cuts. Where they're making the cuts, they're firing people, they're moving salaries around, they're giving people leave for all that stuff, okay? Then, you have another 6 months after that, okay? After that, to get all this stuff done. You have another 6 months after that to, what am I trying to say? Yeah. Then you have another 6 months, okay, where the company's on probation. It's like a probationary firing, basically. They're fired, but if the organization doesn't run as well, okay, well, no, then what you do, okay, you cut the 1,000 people, then you have 6 months where they're on a period in that they have another 6 month period after that where they go, okay, we want we need your efficiency rate, we need you to turn over, we need this many tasks done in this 6 months, we need you to be this efficient, and, because you had all those cuts, okay, so instead of taking the 100% of the salaries that you cut, you're only going to take, let's say 75% of that money is now freed up. That's now going towards the federal debt or whatever the fuck, okay? But 25% is for performance bonuses in the Parks Department. So now, you're no longer just cutting people, you're creating an environment where people are rewarded for success. And that's what we need to see. So if we can do a system like that, we could really make these government efficiencies more efficient and cheaper. So now you have 25% of the salaries you cut, now they're bonuses. People are getting paid bonuses now. You're getting bonuses for certain bullshit now. That's awesome. So now, people want to work. People work better at the government agencies. You fire inefficient people. You hire more efficient people. They have a bonus structure. They have great retirement. They have all these benefits, all this stuff. But just do that. I think that's the best way. Just my solution. Thanks for listening. We're going to do another episode this week. One's going to come out tonight, then we'll have another one come out on Thursday. So we'll get back on that Thursday schedule. Peace.